Hello everybody, welcome back yet again. So I did change up quite a few things in between videos. I've also let the server run a very long time, just to get some squid spawning, and I also put up this chunk loader. Well, you guys know how a chunk loader works. Where's our chunk loader? Is it a space? Yeah, it is a space. Chunk loader is made with an enchanting table of gold and an ender pearl. What a chunk loader does, for those of you that don't know how it works, it just keeps the chunks loaded when you're not in the server, because I wanted squids to spawn. So I did redesign the squid tank because I waited quite a while for squids to spawn and nothing happened. And it looks like we finally have squid. Awesome. I made it a lot deeper, as you could tell. I went down probably another 10 blocks or so. Let's go check on our ink, because I did set the rancher up much lower. Oh dear god, so much ink. Is it getting, yeah, it's getting ink every work cycle like I thought it would. Every work cycle it's harvesting this squid. Give me one stack of this ink. Oh, and I did run this conduit too, because I was sick of charging my cells. So sick of charging my cells. Every 2 minutes I had to go charge a cell. Well, not quite 2 minutes, but you know. It's annoying to charge cells over and over and over again. But awesome, we're squid now spawning. That's good news. I did put that chunk loader up purposely to get squid to spawn, and I left the server running, I don't know, quite a while. I left it running all day in between. Okay, so we got our ink now. That's good. We'll use that for the glass when we get to that. And I also built this room as kind of a showcase to what the power of this mod is. Chisel. I've never used chisel before, and it's a really cool mod. It's a little bit overpowered though. I mean, to me it seems overpowered. You get all these really cool decorative blocks out of chisel, and you can make some really awesome designs. Like, this is like about as creative as I get, so yeah. Other people, you'll know what kind of awesome designs they'll come up with, the builders of the Minecraft world. But here's chisel. You take a chisel in your hand. How you make a chisel? Stick in a piece of iron, super simple to make, and you put in whatever blocks you desire. Just throw them in the middle, and you get this little UI that says, this is what you get. So we can make 16 of those, 16 chiseled. And this is kind of cheaty to me, but you can make mossy out of it. The reason why it's cheaty is because mossy is actually used in quite a lot of recipes, like our Tinker's Construct tools. But yeah, you can see there's these really cool blocks with chisel. It really makes cobblestone usable. Like, this is just straight up regular old cobblestone, this cool connected texture on the floor there. So yeah, it's a really cool mod. You can make some awesome designs out of it. This room I made, well, we'll come to what this room is going to be used for. We'll come to that sooner or later. But yeah, I figured I'd make something out of chisel blocks and just kind of show it off. So that's my chisel block room, which I used to show off chisel, which is a cool mod. It's in the mod pack. It's very awesome. Simple to use. Got all sorts of cool decorative blocks. Enough of chisel. There's one thing I want to do though, before we actually take on something today, and that is take care of my mobs. And there's these really cool things called dollies, which is just iron and wood. And these things are really handy for one simple purpose. You guys have seen how I've been moving barrels, right? Oh, it looks like our tanks are completely full. Let me just turn the sound down a wee bit. You guys have seen how I've been moving barrels. I've been emptying them, breaking them, moving them, the very annoying fashion. These dollies are quite awesome. You can pick up a barrel in your dolly. You get slowness and fatigue, but not a big deal. And you just click it down. You have a barrel moved. No need to have to break it, empty it, nothing. Just use the dolly. Place it wherever you want, however you want. Change the facing. Very cool tool. I'm going to be using this to move these barrels around a little bit, and I'll be back once I decide on a decent pattern for these barrels, so give me a few moments. And I kind of fell out of the world and died. I think, yeah. Well, I lasted a long time without dying, but it's moving these barrels around, and this is why you build walls. Yeah, I fell out of the world and died right here. So I have to go make some basic tools. I'm not going to worry about making some awesome tinker stuff right now. I'll have to get that all done in between videos. Painful death. Painful death. I had all my goodies on me. Now I've got nothing. Oh, I actually saved my old bronze tools. I mean, they're not the best, but they'll do for now. I made this iron pick. Don't need it. Let's take my bronze tools. They were just up there to look at because they're kind of neat, but I'll use them. They'll do for now. All my potatoes are getting imported. Needed food. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright, so I got these barrels all moved into rows now. Because I did lay this ME cable in between videos too, to get ready for kind of the next part here, which I'm gonna need quite a lot of storage buses. If you know what they do, what they basically do is act like these are inventories for the ME system. And I did add quite a few chests here, just because, yeah, these two filled up quickly. I gotta get around to doing something with those spoils bags, which we will soon enough. Let's turn this sound back up. I like hearing my Minecraft sounds. Can I put this dolly in the tool rack? Oh, no I can't, but I can dolly the tool rack itself. Maybe if I put it with an open hand. No, dolly won't go in there. I'll put it in this chest. This miscellaneous tool chest. Okay, so let's get back to what we're doing. We're going to need a couple of these ME cables. Not many. Let's just grab 6. And now we're going to make storage buses. Storage bus. Oh good, I already taught it how to make it. Okay, how do you make a storage bus? ME cable, an interface, which we've made 100 of these already, and iron. So let's request. I'm gonna need a lot of these storage buses, so I think 32 is actually a safe number. Are we missing anything? No, it's crafting away. Alright, so I think we're okay for now on the storage buses. Yeah, that should be enough. It's pretty close to being enough. Anyways, let's get back down there and hook these guys up. Oh, sound again. I could make a sound muffler, but I do kind of like the sound here. I know it's silly. So what these are going to do is basically hook these up to my Applied Energistics network and tell them these are valid spots for the AE network to store items, to pull items, to do whatever with. These are now hooked into the network once I run the cabling to them. And there's a couple tricks to what you want to do with these. You want to make sure, if you don't want your Applied Energistics storage cells filled up with these items, you want to make sure that these are not in your ME cells currently. You want these items only in the chests. Because when you pull and put items out, it's just going to kind of throw them randomly, but if you only have them in the chest, when you right click on the storage bus, you click this guy, it now tells the network that this is the only place where you put recovery hearts. As long as they're not in the storage cells, because those do have a higher priority built in. Oh, I got a server restart coming. Anyways, those do have a higher priority built into them than the storage bus. So if you just have these items in the barrel and not the bus, they'll always come to the bus first, even when you put them in a terminal. So we could demonstrate this. 1,988 hearts. We'll take a stack. 1924. Let me go upstairs. And now that our stuff is all hooked up, we should have 1925 hearts. Oh, so I had one in the system already. Okay, so that's a problem. Oh, and those actually are hearts. That's not a good demonstration. Let's demo something else. I'm pretty sure I took all the arrows out, so this would be a good one. 5,390, 5,200, 5,326. Click this guy up. It should now tell the network that that's where the arrows are alone. How many did I have in there? Jeez, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds right. Now if I throw these in, 5,391, because we just got another one. That should be downstairs only, not in our chests. 5,391, perfect. So this is now the main stage of all arrows. They'll go nowhere else in the network. They'll always come to this barrel. And I did upgrade these with void upgrades. Like anything that I have an insane amount of, I've upgraded them and I put void in them. Just because I don't need any more than what's here already. I'll never need more than 5,000 arrows. That's all there is to it. Never need more than that. So I'm going to let the server restart. I'll be back. We'll go on to something else from there, and we'll see you all shortly. I guess I should touch on this too. This is like advanced configuration. Priority, you could set the priority if you want to go that way. I'd rather just have nothing in the drive and just have this be the priority. This could be extract only, insert only, bidirectional. It can be whitelisted or blacklisted. And this just configures the partition to already accept only what's in there. Okay, and we're back. There's a couple things I wanted to do today, but what I think I'm going to do with this room here is start enchanting. And I have to move all of that liquid XP from down there up to there. I could run a really long fluid duct. That'd be kind of boring and it would be kind of a huge resource hog. So there's one cool way I want to go about this. Ender tanks. You know how to use ender tanks, but there's one problem. We need blaze rods. And how we get blaze rods easily is with an angry doll. Angry doll is made with first a precious doll, so I'm going to need porcelain clay. Do I have clay at all? I think I do have clay. Good. Let me break this down really quick. That should be enough for one doll. Whoops. Bone meal. Give me all that porcelain clay. Let's search doll again. So we're going to need a precious doll first, which is porcelain clay, and a diamond or emerald. We're going to go with the emerald. And then we have our doll. For the angry doll, we need nether wart, blaze powder, glowstone, redstone. We've got all that from sifting all sorts of random junk. And I am going to get a safari net. A reusable safari net. There's multiple types. I want the reusable safari net. So this is 4 ender pearls and a gas tier. I think I have a gas tier. Good, I do. Should have a couple gas tiers from soul sand. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is make another stone barrel, actually. Barrel. Perfect. 1 bucket. Get a bucket of lava. And we're going to go into this room because it's all nice and stone and I don't want a blaze just running around my wooden platform. Yeah, that could be bad. So what you do is place your crucible. This is a half slab, so it's kind of sitting off awkwardly. Fill it with lava. And then you put in your angry doll. This takes about 30 seconds or so. And I'm going to just sit here and wait for this to happen. After I put in the angry doll, you can see the lava splashing and getting all crazy. And soon we'll have a nice little friend pop out. Oh, here we go. Our friend popped up. Angry man. We're just going to capture him right in our safari net. Oh, he's burning me. Okay, so the good thing about the safari net is it's reusable. Like I said, you want the reusable one. It's just like a lasso or any other type of entity capture device. I know Darkcraft has one. But there's our blaze. I could do this a few times to get the required rods. I think I might, yeah, I think I might, well, maybe not. Maybe we should make a mob spawn. Okay, yeah, we need a mob spawn because the chance of blaze rods dropping is a bit iffy and I might have to do that about 30 times to get the 8 blaze rods. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but it's iffy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is build a little room to kill some blazes in, and we'll be back. Okay, so I made a pretty big derp. I set this whole room up for an MFR auto spawner, which if you know how it works, you'll know I don't have one very important thing that I forgot totally about, which is mob essence. So, there's not much I could do right now other than just kill blazes by hand, and I think I'm gonna kill the required blazes by hand because I don't want to set up a bloody cattle farm right now to get mob essence. I could set up an MFR spawner and just farm slimes or something, but maybe another time. For now, I'm just gonna kill some blazes by hand. I'm gonna move a couple barrels into that stone room. I'm gonna get 8 blaze rods, and I will be back. One thing I am gonna do before I get in there and start killing some blazes, just to increase my chances, because I did screw up quite heavily, is where are the modifiers? I am going to remake my steel sword, but I'm gonna put some luck on it. Do I have any lapis? I should have a fair amount of lapis. Yes. I'm gonna get a fairly lucky sword to go in there and beat some blazes up. I should already have some spawned. Oh yes, we got some spawned in there. Okay, so we got some ready to beat up. I'm gonna make a lucky sword. I'm gonna go get some blaze rods. Alright, so I never realized how amazing looting 3 was because we made out like a bandit on these 8 blazes we killed up. 21 rods. Wow. I thought that was going to be a lot more painful than it actually was. It wasn't so bad. We got a ton off of those with our blaze rods. Or with our looting 3 sword. It took a lot of lapis. I had to get it to level 450, I think it was. It was a crazy level. But this is a really nice sword to be remade. Really nice sword. Okay, so let's put these things to use. Let's put these things to use. I got an extra angry doll now. It's fine. My own derp cost us that time and effort. Forgot all about mob essence. We'll deal with that later. Anyways, let's get some ender tanks. I need 2 ender tanks, which are made with 2 cauldrons. 1, 2. Blaze rods, wool, obsidian, ender pearl. Should have all of that. 2 and 1, 2. 2 tanks. Awesome. Oh, what am I missing? Wool. Well, I definitely have string. 1 more tank. Perfect. So these guys are pretty awesome. These are like wirelessly transmitted whatever you want to flow through these tanks. I'm sure most of you know how these work. If you don't, well, we're about to find out. Let's grab some... Do I have any rose red, by the way? I do. Let's color these guys. 6 and 1 more. Great. Okay, so we got our rose red. What was I looking for? Fluid duct. Fluid duct. And a servo. Just 1. I might need 2 servos. Got my pickaxe, perfect. So the first thing we're going to notice is these guys just look plain and simply awesome. And you can color code these to have, well, a color code system of up to 3. So you can color those any color of the Minecraft dyes available, and they'll transpond with each other. Input and output valve. So we're going to have these guys send XP. I shouldn't have went red actually. No, I gotta break it. Red should be a colorful lava. XP should be like a green color. Well, do I have cactus? No, I don't have cactus. I'd have to grow some. Do it later. Worry about that later. For now, this is fine. Let's get on with the project of moving this XP upstairs without running a massive fluid duct line. And how I'd want to do it is I think we'll go off of this tank right here. Yeah, because I'm actually going to steal some of these tanks. I don't need this many tanks. Do I have anything to climb up with? Let me grab some blocks. Alright, just grab some blocks really quick because I do want to steal some of these tanks because, again, we don't need this many tanks. The reason why I expanded this much was to simply not worry about this XP for a long time. So I'm gonna steal 10 of them, I think. Yeah, I think 10 tanks. I'm eventually gonna have basically 1 or 2 tanks down here. That's about it. Oh, 11. That's fine. Okay. Well, actually 11 works great, because I can fill that gap in. So let's start stealing some XP. From this guy here. Now 1 fluid duct. Put a servo in it. Great. You're already disabled. And you will pump XP into this ender tank. And he's set for blue, so that's input. Doesn't that ender tank just look really cool? And this guy should already be filling up in our hands. Nice and full of XP, ready to go. And where I want this guy. Should think of where I want my enchanting table. Would it look okay here? Put the table. And then row of 1. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll plan it out with bricks. So I want my enchanting table. Books would go around. That would actually look good there. Yeah, that's where my table will go. So here I want to put in some of these open blocks tanks, 9 of them. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. And I think I kind of want this ender tank. I'd like to show it off. I might have to figure out a spot where to put it after to kind of show it off, but for now we're just going to... Well, for now we could just put it on the bloody tanks. We'll worry about making it look nice later. Yeah, for now it'll just go right here. Flick this guy to outputs. Will he? No, we need to put a fluid duct. Oh, he does. Perfect. I thought we were going to have a problem with that. Great. So that's our enchanting setup, ready to go. Let's go craft a couple things. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want is the enchanting table from Openblocks, because it's the one I prefer. Auto enchanting table, we're going to need one of these, which means we're going to need a book. We're going to need a lot of books. Let me just craft a stack of those, or as many as I can. There we go, that should be a good start. And now for the enchanting table. You go there, and the auto enchanting table from Openblocks. You come out. And I also want the anvil from Openblocks. Just to have one. Perfect. Auto anvil, auto enchanting table. These guys are basically friends. Oh, we're gonna need some bookshelves. I don't know if you need them, but I really like the way they look myself. I do like to stack them kind of high, and you know, it's an enchanting table. It should look cool. We'll have to take care of that factor later. Oh, these actually have to be 1 higher. Oh well, I still get the books back. I have to remake those. Brain fart there. Alright, Openblocks auto enchanting table will go down at the bottom. I'm going to set it to level 30. I'm going to have it auto drink from the bottom. Auto drink. This guy should be sucking up XP from our tank. And these guys you could right click to gain a level. Okay, so I think I'll just place the anvil. I might even just run it out to here for the time being. We'll have to rearrange this later and get it to look decent enough. Need one more tank. Actually, I don't. I can run a flow duct there, can I not? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And you will also auto-drink from the bottom. And you should be filling up with XP. Perfect. So, there's our main parts done. I gotta make it look nice later, guys. You gotta give me a break on that. It looks pretty ugly right now, but it'll do the job. What I'm gonna do is grab a couple other things. I might just do stone just to be safe. Just give me a bunch of stone swords. It's probably gonna take a couple tries before we get what we want. And I'll grab a chest really quick too. What we're after here is mainly looting and yeah, mainly looting, I think. Looting and maybe sharpness if we care enough. Alright, so let's plug these guys in. And it does have auto input and outputs. Auto extractor. So it's pretty nice little block, this guy. You can automate these guys pretty decently. Let's see. I don't have enough bookshelves. That's the problem. I need more bookshelves. Okay, time to get some bookshelves. I didn't think this thing would care that much about them, but maybe it does. Ah, there we go. Level 30 enchant. Unbreaking 3, Bane of Arthropods. So this is going to take a while before I get the enchants I want. I'm not going to waste these iron swords. Let's do some stone. Unbreaking and smite. Okay guys, I'm going to do some enchanting. I'll see you shortly after I get a couple cool enchants. Okay, so I'm back after a lot of enchanting. As you can see, I went through pretty well all my swords. I got looting 3, finally. I have sharpness 4 and sharpness 4. I think I can combine these two in book form to get sharpness 5. I'm not sure. I'm happy with sharpness 4, even if I can't. But I got looting 3 and sharpness. So that's perfect. There's a couple more items I want to get from Bibliocraft now. So I'm going to craft these up and we'll continue on our enchanting. Let's just open up Bibliocraft. There we go. First thing, oh, what the heck happened there? You know what, I'll just search it here. Because I know they're right here, somewhere, right there, typesetting table. First thing, I'm going to need a printing press. Chassis, we're gonna need the rest of this. We should all have. I'm out of wood because I made so many damn books. Give me some logs. I need to set up my wood barrels over there with storage buses. We'll do that after. Wood. Okay, so there's your typesetting table. Now, Bibliocraft again. We're gonna want the printing press. This guy is a blaze rod, iron, weighted pressure plate, blocks of irons. It's kind of expensive. I'm going to need some more blocks of iron. I don't have any, I guess. Oh, I know why. I turned the output out on this, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let's get this output back on. Oh, and I did put clear liquid ducts here because, yeah. It's cool to see your molten stuff flow through. Alright, so we needed 3 blocks of iron. Now we should be good for the printing press. Awesome. Printing press and typesetting tables. So I'm gonna need some more of these plates. Printing press plate not valid. Must be some creative item. Let's make a stack of plates, or as many as I can get. We're gonna need some ink. And I did move up a stack of that from down below. I think this is everything we need. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used these guys. They're quite awesome little things too. First things first, we gotta take the enchants off of these. So we're gonna use our anvil over here, and we're gonna go book plus item, looting 3. So I'm not sure why this doesn't work, but it should be book plus item equals disenchant. Maybe it's something with the auto anvil. Let me try vanilla anvil to see what the hell is going on here. Maybe the Openblocks anvil doesn't like this. I need some more iron. Give me one of these just to see if something is wrong here, if I'm doing something wrong. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be book plus sword, or not the sharpness, or what, the looting. Yeah. So what is the problem with this anvil? Am I doing something wrong? I don't want it to auto extract. I want book plus sword equals book. I guess the Openblocks anvil is kind of buggy, or I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, there we go. We got our looting 3 book off of our sword. Perfect. And now I want the sharpness off of this guy. So it could take me a couple tries here, because there's 2 enchants. I could get... oh, there we go. I got the fire. It's going to be fire both times, isn't it? There we go, got 1 sharpness 4. Let's get the sharpness 4 off. Sharpness 4, perfect. Should be able to combine these for a sharpness 5. Awesome. So I got the 2 books I want for my swords down below in the mob spawn. Looting 3, sharpness 5. Let's get rid of these swords and this garbage book. So now it's time to look at these Bibliocraft blocks we've crafted up. Now we get to put these to use. So, first things first, take your ink, click it in the back right there, and you can take it off. It's kind of tricky to click these. You can take it off with a click. There we go. There's our ink. Okay, first thing though, we want our sharpness 4, which should go there. I thought I could click the books on there somewhere. Okay, doesn't matter. We're going to duplicate the sharpness 5. Put the book there. Put your plates back there. And it should give us required level of XP. I know I'm going to need a lot of levels for this. So let me click on my tank. Should have like a little floating pop-up of what's even going on in here, but I'm not even getting that right now. Oh, this auto inventory tweaks is screwing me up. 1 second, guys. Let me try turning off my texture pack. Alright, so I'm back, and I think I figured out what I was screwing up here. Place the book, and then you shift right-click it. Ah, so much easier. Screwing it up. And now we get our plate. And this is what we have to put into the press. This enchanted plate. So this is our sharpness 4. Throw this guy into the press. It's a little bit tricky. There it is. We need our ink back. And now we're making a book out of our copy of books. So these books you just place on there with the stack. You just throw them up there. I think I screwed up the press. It's gone again. So that did take away my 40 levels, by the way. And there's one thing you can build, the monocle. Right there, the monocle by Bibliocraft. I guess we'll build this really quick while we're waiting for a book to copy. And I should change my texture pack again. 1 second. monocle. Glass or gold nuggets and glass plane equals the monocle. And we'll build an item frame for this guy too. Item case from Bibliocraft. It's kind of a cool item, and you're not going to want it on all the time. That's why I made the case for it. But right now, while we're working on this stuff, we'll keep it on. Throw the case there for the time being. What the monocle does, it gives you a nice little overlay. You see it's 62 ink. It shows you basically all the stuff. So we made a copy of our book. And if we put this on the press, like if we wanted to make another plate out of it, now we get this cool overlay. Requires 40 levels, sharpness 4, or sharpness 5, excuse me. I'm gonna need a lot of these books. I'm gonna need 9 of each. So I'll be here for a while making copies. I'll see you all shortly. Oh, and one plate only lasts, I guess, 2 books. What I get? 3. I got 3 books out of it, so you need another plate every 3 books. Let's copy this one more time. I'm gonna make one more neat little item from extra utilities, the filing cabinet. So I'm gonna need 3 chests. So many cool items to help you out with this stuff. The filing cabinet basically stores, I think it's 250 some items of the same type. It's really good at storing the same type thing. So it's awesome for stuff like enchanted books. So we're cracking along, 3 of each. Still making copies. And we're pretty well on our last book right now. I did make 1 extra set of each book because they're awesome, top tier, and I don't want to run out of them. So let's put this stuff to use. First, let's take off our monocle. Monocle's pretty cool. It's really hard to see the faint text. It's easier to see from in-game. I don't know how easy it is to see in the video, but there's really faint text there that shows you all sorts of neat stuff about what's going on those 2 objects. So that monocle we'll be using quite a bit. Let me go grab one of my swords really quick from downstairs. Alright, I decided to only grab a few because it'd be quite messy if we took all the killing method out of that downstairs. We'd have a nice big pile up down there. So we have our sharpness 5, looting 3. Can we enchant this etheric sword? The moment of truth. Looting 3. Sharpness 5. Thank you, Auto Anvil. Look at that. This indestructible sword with looting 3, sharpness 5. That's pretty amazing. Sharpness 5. You can kind of see the XP level drain out of there too. Let's get 1 more of each. Sharpness 5 and looting 3. Really makes no sense why this thing doesn't disenchant items. Couldn't tell you why. But we finally hit our goal with our enchanting room. That was to get these swords enchanted with looting more than anything. Sharpness, not really required, but looting, absolutely required. For some things. These mobs, not so much. But when I get my blaze farm finally up and running, pretty goddamn awesome to have looting 3 on your blaze farm. Or maybe an ender farm if you're using ender pearls. But we're gonna have such a crazy outflow of items now with looting 3 on all those swords. Because like I said before, this doesn't kill the mobs, this drop. The swords kill the mobs. I can't wait to get this blaze farm up and running. I think next video, what we're gonna do... Oh my god, look how big of a chunk we put in these XP tanks doing that enchanting. Crazy. I think next video what we're gonna do is get some mob essence rolling so we can get our blaze farm rolling. So probably more Mine Factory Reloaded next video. Until next time guys, I hope you learned something about enchanting with Bibliocraft. Really cool mod. A little bit of Openblocks Enchanting too, not so much. More Bibliocraft is the showcase there. These two little blocks make enchanting with books a godsend. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna clean up this room, and we'll see you later.